All right, so we're back. Still on our initial flood coat with the black. And keep in mind, this is just a base coat, okay? The painting was a base coat. This is just another base coat with the resin. So that's the whole reason. It allows us to put in pretty white veins, everything like that, to really get his theme, this piece just to turn out super gorgeous. We're going to do an additional flood coat. That video, everything you're looking for with all the cool graphics and all that, that's going to be tomorrow. This will have to dry overnight so that we can even get to that point. But if you've hung with us this far, don't go anywhere now, because this is where all the cool stuff comes in. This is where it really tricks out the depth, the graphics, just everything hitting together. It just deceives and tricks the eye. The more you look at it, certain things look way down in the piece, certain things look right on the surface. So it's really cool how it all turns out. But in this episode right here, before we cut off and actually let this dry overnight and we're done, we are right here to the crucial point of a couple of things. The bubbles, the drips, if you will. And you remember the bubble that we were fighting. I showed you the screw and everything like that. So we got lucky. It actually shut. It sealed itself up. It never came back. I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to show you. We're going to take care of these drips. And furthermore, we're going to show you something really cool about your clarity. We want you to be able to know whether or not you are mixing correctly. If all those mix ratios 1-to-1, if they are definitely on point, your clarity is going to be stunning. And a lot of pieces you might have seen online, a lot of times when they're moving that camera down through the top, you can see a lot of waves and distortion is the best way I can describe it. When you see those signs right there, is because the mix ratio was probably not spot on. If it's not spot on, that's a good telltale sign that chances are that top is not going to cure correctly. So going into the, in the immediate future, you set things on it, it leaves rings behind from cups. You set something else down on it, it'll leave shapes behind. That's why it's so crucial to be spot on with that ratio. So I'm going to help you and show you what the drips look like. It's just been about an hour and a half after our initial pour and everything, and they are done. They're ready to go. So I'll do a little section because Tom's already went home and I can't give the camera to him. So look, check it out. So right here, these little guys right there, they're barely any little bumps to them. As many times as we've done this, I know that this is the last time. Now look, I just raked across that. You can see those right there. You can see those right there. Right here. There's the straight line part. So maybe here, this is harder to do without time here. Let me see if I can walk you down, if I can keep this correctly. So bear with me here. There we go. Now, I want to show you, look at that right there. I'm standing at straight up and down, okay? And it's really not moving. It's not falling. So now I'm going to turn it over. Look how far. See how it's not dripping anywhere off that stick. That right there, that is the time frame you are looking for. To where you get it all off, it's kind of a big glob. And when I hold it like this, it doesn't want to really run and drip anymore. It is just about done forming. So I will finish the rest of that myself. To the other part of this video, I want to show you the clarity. And what better way of showing you than to do that right there. That's me. So I'm going to wave at you. You see my hands. You can see the details in my hand, the vein. You can see the goatee on my face. You can just see all that stuff. So as we move down the piece, it's the clarity. Okay, there's no distortion in the piece. There's no waves. There's no anything like that. Anything down in there is just graphics. So that's what I wanted you to see, is the clarity. Clarity is very important because that tells us that our mix ratio was on the dime. It is so crucial. We're not going to have to worry about this curing correctly. We're not going to have to worry about rings from things, coffee cups, plates, anything like that. And more importantly, that bubble I was fighting, it's gone. It never came back. Never came back. So, again, this is just the base coat of the resin, but already this sucker is banging. It's beautiful. We get done putting these white veins here tomorrow. We got to allow this to set up overnight. Hard to the touch. Never use your finger. We don't want to leave an oil print in there. When we go over with the clear flood coat, we will see that fingerprint. Use the backside. Use your knuckle. Run your knuckle across that face tomorrow, 24 hours later, and you'll know everything is right like it should be. Then we'll get into the next episode. We'll put the veins in here. We'll show you how to do that. And then ultimately, we're going to end up flood coating over this with a clear. So like always, thanks for tuning in. I really hope me and Tom both do this helps you at home. I know this is going to help Mike if he wants to do some of this. It's a great DIY project. If you learn it on a small level like this right here, get good at it, then you can move up to bigger stages and stuff like that. You would be surprised what you're able to do. So like always, we'll see you back with the next one.